deforestation of the rainforest. About half of the rainforests are already been cleared, and by 2015, expect that the world forest will cease to exist. So this is just what we're normally used to hearing. Like, I'm pretty sure all of you have heard the rainforest before. And the rainforest is the most biologically diverse place in the world. And if we let it go, we'll never have another environment that's like this. Make sure you guys can hear what it's like. In my overview, we're going to talk about the three main causes of deforestation, which is logging, cattle ranching, and population pressure. So logging. There's different types of logging. There's selective logging, where the loggers go in and they only select a few trees, which they only take out a couple, and it devastates the environment because you'll have like gaps where trees should be, and it completely destroys the ecosystem. Then you have high grading, where they just go in and look for the valuable timber, so they take out just one specific type of tree, which is also like necessary for the ecosystem to survive. Creates a lot of environmental damage, as you can see. And what they do is when loggers go in, there's no roads in the rainforest, so what they do is they build roads. And when they build roads, it allows cattle ranchers or farmers to go in and have access to the lands. And we'll talk about farmers and cattle ranchers later on. You'll see how they devastate the land too. So, but there's also illegal logging. The U.S. is the second largest buyer of timber products from the Amazon, and majority of the products harvested are illegal. Europe is the largest importer. 60% of their timber is illegal. And there's a lot of opposers to this. Greenpeace, they, in Britain, they actually boycotted the building of a federal building because they were using a lot of timber products just from the Amazon, and they boycotted and got them to switch off and make sure they were just using straight up products. Our president actually passed the president initiative against illegal logging, and that assures us that all the log we're getting from the rainforest is harvested legally and not illegally, so we're not contributing to illegal logging. Cattle ranching. 3/4 of all meat that we import is from Central America, which is prime area for rainforests. Cattle ranching is when they go in, they like completely burn the territory, like take out all of the environment, and they just have pastures for their cattle to graze. And soil is highly acidic. In the Amazon, there's a lot of aluminum, magnesium, nitrogen, and phosphorus levels. And what this does is this is really bad for cattle ranching. Like, you can only use these for up to like 3 to 10 years, and then the pastures get abandoned and closed down, and you can't use them again because all the resources within the soil have been used up. And for every 1/4 pound of hamburger consumed in the U.S., it took 55 square feet of rainforest. So, and a lot of the beef we import is from there, so every time you're eating a hamburger, you're killing trees. Slash and burn agriculture. How this is done is basically you're burning the entire understory, and when you burn it, it adds nutrients to the soil because the soil within the Amazon or like within any of the rainforest is not good soil for farming and cattle ranching. So they'll do this, and slash and burn agriculture is not bad when practiced properly. It's when you're supposed to take small little areas, like square feet, not big, and then they'll rotate, they'll go back to it like every couple of like 10 years or so. But because there's so many slash and burn farmers, it's becoming a huge problem. And cattle ranchers are claiming that they're doing slash and burn agriculture when they're really not. They're just burning huge entire pastures instead of actually practicing the way it should be practiced. So that's one. And this leads into the people of the forest, because The number of inhabitants of the rainforest is estimated to be 88 million people, and it's just going to keep growing. And by 2050, every 10 people is going to assume to be a slash and burn farmer, which we don't have a lot of Amazon, so that's pretty much the slash and burn area. No rainforest left for you guys. Most of the rainforests are located in poor countries, and they want to protect their rainforest, but they don't have the resource or money to support that, to pay people. And a lot of the people there depend on the resource to like feed their family and everything else. So even if they do set up guards and stuff, the people are just going to bypass that and still take over the rainforest and use it. So this is my recap. We discussed logging, and we even talked about illegal logging. We talked about cattle ranching, how it affects the beef industry, slash and burn agriculture, population pressure, the people of the forest, and like how their economy cannot support to protect the rainforest. These are my works cited. Questions?